Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Loan Officer Breakfast.
I didn't expect that.
You're very demure this morning.
I'm your host, Frank Array. It's a pleasure to be with you here this morning.
This is Frank after a glass of wine instead of tequila in the morning.
We're
Very
going to have
calming.
an absolutely delightful morning with all of you this morning. We're so glad that you're here. Do us a favor and say hello to your neighbor. Look to your left, look to your right, and greet your neighbor here at the Loan Officer Breakfast Club this morning. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool, Frank.
That was
It was
good.
pretty cool.
Was
wasn't it?
unexpected.
It reminded me of the days back with Delilah.
I was just going to say that.
Yes.
The what?
No. Delilah.
Yes.
So did you know? Did you
I don't know what you're
know?
talking about?
So Delilah did this syndicated radio show, very famous, on love songs and how to treat your mate, and and how to be a better wife and a better husband, and all this stuff. She was on her, if I remember right, her fifth husband. Just
She had a
FYI.
lot of experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what she would say. I know what works. I know what doesn't work.
Right.
So,
yeah. Well, apparently her husband's didn't.
Always thought that was kind
get
of
in
funny.
line. They
Hey,
needed
well,
to
hey,
get in
Frank,
line.
You have an anniversary coming up and a trip with your wife, so that might be something worth, Googling. Just
Kristen, listen.
don't
See
do
I've
it.
been doing
Frank.
this a long time.
spotlight coming.
No,
No,
you did it
almost about
yesterday, and it's very
Nope.
no, not if I don't beat you to it.
I'm not going to spotlight you. I'm just going to say, look, I've been doing this a long time now. Okay. So look, the procedure, and Carl will back me up on this. It's always whatever you say, dear. It's always whatever you
Good
like,
man.
sweetheart.
Good man.
Yes, absolutely, honey.
And then when they come home with a bag, you say, "I hope you got 2 of those." 'Cause I
Right.
really like that.
And of course, the response is that all it cost? Wonderful.
We saved how much? How much did you make us
Incredible.
today? Awesome.
This is how this goes.
Yeah.
We could do a podcast on this, Carl.
We ought to do a podcast on
You
it.
should.
We
You
should.
totally should. I got to tell you,
Mhm.
yesterday the Amazon guy arrived at the front door like around dinner time, and he starts putting all these huge packages on the porch. And my husband's going, "What did you buy?" And I'm like, "I swear, nothing. Like I didn't buy anything." And I open up the door, and it's for my neighbor. And I was like, "Dude, you just got me like almost in a lot of trouble. Get these."
Kristen, if they do that podcast, we'll do one on ladies in lending.
Ooh, all
And-
right,
no,
deal.
yeah.
Deal, Krista.
Well, all our podcast will do is fully support that one. That's
That's
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
You're a quick learn. You're a quick study.
Well, I was in the Navy.
He was in
Kristen,
the
so,
Navy.
Oh boy.
we have to be quick on our feet, sharp-witted. It's the training process. It's a lot to go through. I don't want to bore you with it. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. As everybody's piling in, and let's see, who should we pick on, Carl? We should pick on someone to give us a win. You better have one. Boy, I've got a couple in my eye right now, Carl. What
Go
about
ahead.
you?
I'm going to say if you got the same one. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll bet. Actually, I have 2. I'll bet you're thinking one of these 2. I'm going to say Monica Okoa.
Shut up. Shut up.
Were you thinking that too?
Dude, you freak me out sometimes, Frank. I swear to God, you freak me out sometimes. So, Monica, give us a win. Where you at and give us a win.
And we see you, David. Hang tight. Go ahead, Monica.
I'm new here, so 2 weeks ago I signed up for the Thor's Hammer. That's how you call it.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. Good to see you. Where are you located at, Monica?
I'm in Sunrise, Florida.
Ah.
You know where Sunrise is, Frank?
Nope.
It's stinking gorgeous, man. It's really cool over there.
Yeah.
So good to see you, Monica. Welcome to the Breakfast Club.
Thank you. So I started making some calls, and after one of the podcasts last week, I remember I had a card from a developer up in Lee Acres, Florida. So I got the courage to call them, and it was surprising how nice they were. They're building homes. They're small developers, so they allowed me to promote those homes and do some flyers for them. So hopefully something's going to come out of that. And then I called some of the realtors, and I got an application last night, which I'm very excited about.
Outstanding. It's amazing what happens when we pick up the phone, isn't it, Monica?
Yes.
Good for you, my friend. Great to see you here.
Yeah.
Monica, I just got to tell you, that was wonderful. Thank you
Nice.
so much. Were you wearing your Loan Officer Breakfast Club T-shirt when you were making those calls?
No, I don't have one yet.
Oh,
What?
yes, you do, Monica. Congratulations. Wear it well. You're absolutely going to love it. It's gonna make everything even more spectacular. You're gonna love it. So congratulations on everything. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
All right, David, what you got, brother? If you're talking, we can't hear you, David. And you're a dude, so totally sad
He
trombone. You.
will. He will.
Totally sad trombone.
He
You.
looks like a Marine, though, man. Be
You
careful.
got it, Dave? Are you
He looks like a
struggling with
Marine.
it still?
That is a
Can't figure it
chiseled.
out?
That is a chiseled Greek god right there, man.
I
Be
know,
careful.
man.
Be careful.
Can't get it. Oh,
Oh man.
I'm so sorry, Dave.
man.
Look, after a while, it's not even me. The computer just knows the time delay, and it just did it itself. So
he's
I really
wiping
didn't. There you go. Oh, you had it.
Are you working?
There he
You
goes.
got
We
it.
got you, Dave.
You got it.
Okay.
I retract the
I do-
sad trombone.
I do broker open houses on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and one of the things I did learn from another coaching company, Core, was to send out. I send out 2 thank you cards with a
Love it.
Starbucks each day. So I send out 10 a week. And so if I go to open houses or whatever, I meet people, I send out, nice meeting you, blah, 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 and, $5 Starbucks card. So,
Sure.
it's worth the expense each month, I think. And then obviously I asked to do coffees. And yesterday I was on my way to Key Biscayne, Florida, for the open houses there. And I got called in by Truist Bank, which calls me when they have clients that they can't handle. And it was a $2 million for a national client from South America that they don't do cash out refis. And then one of the open houses I met 3 weeks ago, they own 4 offices. And so since I didn't make the open houses after I got to sit down to this client and took the application for 2 million, I sent out a text message to the woman who I sent the card to, and she contacted me and says, we talked about you doing a Zoom call to my 4 offices, and I got your Starbucks card. Can we do it next Tuesday? So I had a pretty good day yesterday.
I'd
Outstanding.
say you had a
Dave.
great day. Congratulations, man. Fantastic. The Starbucks gift card. I used to do that a lot, Carl.
Yes. I used to do, this is way back.
Yeah.
I used to do Blockbuster gift cards, to go watch the movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sit back and chill. The movie's on me, kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember I was doing this and I got shut down by my company because it was there it is. Looks good, Dave. It was a blatant RESPA violation. I didn't realize it. So don't do this. But when I would get a referral from a realtor, I'm not even kidding. I would send $25 Shell gas cards.
Yeah.
I would send them that, said, thanks for the referral. Next time you're showing property, the gas is on me. Right? Dude, that was El Fuego. Agents are like, what the what? But that got back to my broker real fast. I'm like, dude, you got to shut that down right now.
Yeah,
Don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So that didn't work. I don't recommend it.
Yeah,
but
we don't
boy.
need. Use cold hard cash. You don't want a paper trail. You don't want a paper trail.
Well, exactly. But that's exactly why they got those rules, because you could,
It
you could
works.
definitely, it works. Yeah. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. All right. Well, listen, guys, we were going to have Owen here, but I think Kristen.
But we got something even better.
Yeah, Kristen.
We got
messed
something
up.
even better. I'm gonna throw my brother under the bus.
I just Kristen messed up on the scheduling or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
listen, as a Navy man, I would have thought you would have caught my air.
Oh.
Well done.
All right.
She told you don't mess with her this early.
I'll take
I
it.
did.
I'll
Listen,
take
the
it.
filly's going to come out, so you better just, keep it under check over there.
Hey, so if you look
Go for
at
it, Carl.
if you look at my background today, and some of you have been kind enough to notice what it is. Anybody tell me what my background is today?
Seinfeld.
Where am I at? Yeah, Seinfeld, right?
That's pretty cool.
So I tried to get one of the Kramer wigs. He wore a wig, by the way. That was not his real hair.
No way. Are you
he wore a wig.
serious?
Yeah, he wore a wig. He did.
Oh, wow.
And,
that was a good wig.
Yeah, I tried to get one, but Yeah, I couldn't find one. Anyway, so everybody knows, or most people know this background because of the brand Seinfeld. Just a enormously successful brand, right? So everybody knows what Seinfeld is. And so I thought we'd talk a little bit about branding today. So we've got a little worksheet here, and this is just kind of let you know where you're at. We're actually going to be doing a series on this here on the Breakfast Club, not this coming week, but the next week, right? That's the plan. Yeah, unless I think we got the dates right. We spent all of 3 minutes ago planning this out, and like
We'll
literally,
check with Kristen. Hopefully
yeah,
it's right.
yeah. And so not this week, but the following week, we're going to do a whole series on branding. Um, Kristen, can you drop that little
The
worksheet?
first one I'll put in there. Yeah.
Dan's got
Yeah, the fill in the blank one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
And,
So
yeah.
this is so you're going to want to take a look at that. And if not now, later you're going to want to print this out. This is like a self-assessment for what your branding looks like. So, and we're going to kind of fill this, if it's okay with you guys, we're going to kind of go through this and fill this out. What we don't finish today, again, not next week because we got it full, but the following week, we're gonna go back through this and go a little deeper into it. And Jen, you might from time to time want to drop it in as new people are coming.
Sure.
You know, you can
Yep.
drop it in. So, all right. So let me grab my screen here real quick, and we'll kind of fill this thing out here together a little bit. And share my screen. Get the pictures of Maria down. Share. Did I say that out loud? Continue. All right, here we go. So the first thing that we're going to do is, what is your USP? What is your unique selling proposition? Now, as you start to fill this thing out, don't worry if you don't have an answer for everything, right? Because what this is this is just kind of an assessment. And again, we're going to be going deeper into it the following week. But like for me, when I think of like what's my unique selling proposition, what is it that what is it that you know that others might not know? In other words, what do you Frank, as a loan officer, know that maybe most loan officers don't know? Or what do you do that maybe most loan officers don't do? Or how do you do something that like most loan officers or most branch managers or most company owners, like what do you do that most don't do? Like, why would somebody go, you know what? I think I'm going to go with I think I'm going to go with Ryan, Mr. Whitfield, as my loan officer instead of anybody else because of this USP. Now, his, of course, is being a handsome, debonair, dapper, smooth-talking gentleman, right? But that's his unique selling proposition. I can't use that one. I have to come up with something else. And so, what makes you different? Now, as you go through these things, if you go, well, gosh, I really don't know. Now we know what we need to work on, right? That's what this is, a self-assessment worksheet. Like, how many push-ups can you do? I can only do 2. That's okay. Now we know what we need to work on, right? So what's your unique selling proposition that if and when a prospect knows this, that's when they're going to use my services. Like, or that's when they're going to refer their clients to me, when they know this. So what is that for you? Everybody fill that in. What's your unique selling proposition? Why would somebody choose you? And if you don't have an answer, we're going to help you with it. All right, we'll kind of run through this a little bit. Again, we're going to go way deeper in this here in 2 weeks. Everybody got that? So the next one, can you describe your brand in one sentence? Can you describe your brand in one sentence? I always think of this as like I call it the yay without boo. Yay without boo. In other words, like I provide something that they want without something that they don't want. So how do I yay something good without boo something that they don't want? So like in this and I just threw this example together real quick. I help first-time home buyers get approved faster with personalized stress-free mortgage process. So come to find out, first-time home buyers, one of their biggest pet peeves, or one of the biggest things they're afraid of, is they're afraid they're going to be taken advantage of. They're going to make a mistake. And so I want to know, this is a stress-free process. Like it's going to be totally chill. And so that's how do I yay faster, personalized, without boo, without stress. So how do I yay without boo? What's your brand in one sentence? How do I yay without boo? Anybody want to share so far? Somebody give me a number 2. Yeah, I heard that couple. I heard that.
All right, Robert put one in the chat. How about this one? When the banks say no, give me a call.
Okay, I like that.
Would you change that up at all, Carl?
No, I think that's fine. I like that. And understand here, I'm going to tell you a quick story. And some of you heard this story before. This was a big lesson for me. So early in my career, and Frank, I know I've said this on here, but this is a great lesson. Early in my career, I was doing a loan for a dentist, and everything's going great. Squeaky clean file. We're getting along great. He came to my office. We bonded like it was totally cool. About 2 weeks into it, we're kind of wrapping things up. About 2 weeks into it, got 2 weeks to go. He calls me up and says, Carl, man, I hate to do this. I got some bad news. I said, I thought, what, would you quit your job? What? Like what? What? He goes, I'm moving this over to another loan officer. And I said, well, I don't remember his name, but Dr. Smith, totally cool. But like, did we miss something here? Like what prompted that? Well, I found a loan officer, another dentist friend of mine, one of my colleagues, knows this loan officer that specializes in dentist loans. And so, so that's what we're going to do. He's a specialist. Huh. Never heard of such a thing, right? I said, oh, well, who could blame you? Like, totally cool. So I said, hey man, totally cool. I totally get it. I completely understand. No hard feelings. So we're cool. Give me his name and phone number, and I'll call him up, and I'll just transfer the file directly over to him, and I'll do it electronically. He said, awesome, Carl, that'd be perfect. So give me the guy's name. I call up the loan officer. Let's call him Bob. I call up Loan Officer Bob. Say, hey, Loan Officer Bob, this is Carl over at ABC Mortgage and Dr. Smith. And he told me they specialize in dentist loans. Hey, brother, just let you know, this is totally cool. Totally cool. Everything's good. This is not one of those phone calls. This is like a totally cool phone call. And so I'll transfer the file over to you. No problem at all. Hey, but so I'm kind of newer at all this. Dude, I didn't know that there were like people that specialize in dentist. And he was quiet for about 15 seconds. He said, Carl, you sound like a really nice guy. And I said, yeah. And he said, so I'm going to kind of share something with you, but that'll be between me and you. Okay. Are we cool? I said, dude, we're totally cool. He said, well, I do specialize in dentists and plumbers and air conditioner people and roofers and waiters and waitresses and people that work at Home Depot. I said, got it. Hey, brother, that lesson was worth 10 loans because it probably got me another 1,000 as time went on. And it's learning what he did is he branded himself. And so that brand of when banks say no, I say yes. That would be a dentist loan. That would be the brand for when I call the banks, like the gentleman earlier said, hey, I got a referral from a bank today. I would give that message, to my bank people. I would word it probably a little different, like, hey, when you have a good depositor and their loan is going south and you want to save them as a customer, call me. I'll help you save face, kind of thing. And so I wouldn't use just one brand, like the first time home buyer. That would be my brand to first time home buyers. I would not use that same brand when I'm at the I don't know, at the hospital doing a loan day, you know, for all the doctors and nurses that are in there, that their average age is probably 50 years old. They're probably getting their second or the third home. So I would not talk about first time home. So you can have a different brand for different purposes of your mortgage. Does that make sense, Frank?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably went way deeper than I need to. So, all right. So the next one. Sure.
You're not sharing your screen now, just so you know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
The next one is, what 3 words best describe your brand? What 3 words best describe your brand? Now, when you're looking at this one, Ken, I want you to think not what you think about you, but what do they think about you? Like if I was to ask your last 5 customers, hey, tell me about what working with Adam. Like, tell me about Adam working with Adam. Tell me about working with Kelly. Like, what would you give me 3 words to describe Skyler? What are they going to say?
Is this like Carl, like smart, consistent, or what? Give it. You know what I mean, like what do you
that's
think?
it. That's it.
Hmm.
Now,
You know what?
understand.
Sandy said in the chat, Carl, a while back, you suggested that, and she went to Chat GPT and asked what is most commonly said about her team in the reviews, and it gave her those words.
Love that.
Wow, that's smart.
Great idea. Great idea. Great idea. Hey, but let me tell you something. If I want to know something about me in Chat GPT, I don't ask it. I call my friend Skyler. Say, hey Skyler, do me a favor, man. And this has got to be a buddy, right? That way, if it comes up, well, Carl, you're a axe murderer, and you know, I wouldn't tell. You know, this would be like a buddy. Say, hey Skyler, hey, Google me and tell me what comes up. Because if I Google me, or if I chat GPT me, it shows me a different set of responses than if you do it, than if your customers do it. Now, on the 3 words that best describes your brand, understand there's really 2 sets of 3. There's what do the borrowers think of you, and then your other client, who is at least as important, is your referral partners. What do they say about you? 2 totally different things. And so what would they say? What do they say about you? What do they say about you? So, hey, and this is not a braggadocious thing. I'm just curious. Like, so somebody, what do they say about you? Like, I don't know if it's cool to call on somebody, but Stephen, Mr. Worstner, what if I contacted your last 10 borrowers, what do you think they would likely say? Like, what's 3 words that they would use? Unmute yourself there. Oh, darn it. Your mic's muted, not on the software, but your mic. All right, we'll come back. Anybody else? Sue LeBlanc. And again, this is not braggadocious. Like, take your humble. Like, what'd you write down?
Honesty.
Okay.
Availability and
Okay.
knowledge. That's what I went back through my Google reviews.
And what was the last one?
The knowledge.
I like that. Okay, I like that. That's good. I like that. Anybody else? Anybody else?
There's a bunch in the chat, Carl. Adam says trusted, veteran focused, and results driven.
Okay, I like that.
I can't raise my hand, but mine was responsive, accurate, and knowledgeable.
I like that. So on these 3 things, now you know what your primary messages are. So like when you're doing social media, when you're doing emails, when you're texting, your PSs in your email. By the way, we need to do a thing on that. The PSs on the email is the most underutilized marketing tool ever. Like ever. We get more clicks on our PSs than any other one thing. We get more clicks on the PSs than the body of the message. The body of the message is nothing but a carrier for the PS. So the thought behind what goes on the PS is absolutely gold. It's so underutilized.
For our members, we have a class. You did a class before. We have one on the website for our members. Yeah.
Yeah. So for our members, go look for super signature.
Mm-hmm.
Super signature. That one little change is just remarkable. Understand, you got 2 super signatures, one for borrowers, one for referral partners. Different message, different branding. What our referral partners want, totally different thing than what our borrowers want. Our borrowers, they just want to make sure they're not getting ripped off. And the realtors know not to worry about that. They know, Asa, you're not going to rip anybody off. They know that, right? That's not what they're at. They're worried about like fast certainty, especially now, certainty. Some of the things that Perry was talking about the other day. All right, everybody got your 3 words? All right, this next one's a big one. And maybe we'll wrap it up after this. I see we're running out on time. If someone, again, not you, but if somebody Googles your name, what would they find? And then kind of in this, like, would they find anything? Somewhat visible but inconsistent? Hardly anything related to my mortgage business. It never ceases to amaze me. Like I'll have somebody, I do a fair amount of Facebook messaging. I probably talk to many of you that's on here. So I do. I don't know. It's just one of my things. I just like doing that. So I go into Facebook messaging and I'll be messaging and somebody will message me back or somebody will message me and I'll look and I'll go, well, who is this person? Right. So somebody's kind enough to say, hey, Carl, hey, great to hear from you. So then I click on their name to go look at their profile to see who it is I'm talking to. I don't know what they do for a living. Right. Like I have to dig in and I'll look for a post that was done like 4 months ago. Oh, it's a loan officer. Oh, it's a branch manager. Oh, it's a processor. Like you should be able to like soon as I Google your name, soon as I go to Facebook, it's crystal clear exactly what it is that you do. Don't make people go look. Otherwise, like if you're reaching out to referral partners, they don't know who you are. They don't know if you're just somebody creeping the web. Like they don't know who you are. So let them know who you are. Make absolutely positive sure. Like in the hey, I'll give you another one. You know what the number one thing clicked on a mortgage website is? The number one button clicked on a mortgage website. Anybody want to guess? Anybody want to guess? About me. About me. Our team. Number one thing. That gets clicked more than the interest rate, more than the FAQs, more than anything else. And we've moved that button up and down and left and right and made it bigger and made it smaller. Always. About me, number one button. Number one button. So on the about me in your social media, fill it out. Like put some detail in there. Only good stuff, of course, right? And I'd probably, I'd probably leave out that I'm a member of this a group that might be politically associated, or I've got my 420 flag, legalize weed. I'd probably, even though I might believe or not believe in some of those things, like I'd leave that out. Like unless I'm branding myself as maybe not a good example, but the weed lender. Right. I don't know how many people would actually do that. Dude, you're too stoned. I wouldn't, I don't know, but you get the idea. So on the about me, fill that stuff out. That's your brand, right? That's your brand. And like Doug said, make it professional. In my case, it's professional yet real.
Yeah.
Or what's the word?
Approachable.
Approachable. Good word. Yeah, approachable. Because one thing about being in the lending, people see us as this white stuffed shirt and we're in the office and
Authentic.
Authentic, yes. Because you don't want to be the principal, with your glasses above your nose and looking down at them, like, all right, I see you got a late payment here. Tell me about that.
Yeah.
How dare you do that, right? You don't want to be that person. So yes, so professional yet approachable. Unless you're like, hey, Carl, I'm like Owen. I think Owen goes to bed at night with a tie on. Right? It's just who he is. I literally think he sits around his house on Sunday afternoon with a jacket on, because that's what he likes. That, right? There's nothing wrong with that. He likes that, and so that's who he is. I tend to be a little bit more casual, not right, not wrong, just different, right? In that aspect. And so whoever you are, be authentic with that person. But even if you're a casual person, like put your shirt on, have some sleeves on, yeah, but make sure it's a picture that's not going to scare the kids kind of thing. So anyway, you got this worksheet. We're up on the time here. We're going to go much deeper into this here again, not next week, but the following week, and we'll talk about some of the different solutions to it. But yeah, the brand is a very, very big deal. Now, a lot of people think, well, if I got the brand, if I build the brand, they will come. Doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It still requires outbound, but the outbound is well received. Like when I get an inbound ad from Apple, it's very well received because I've got the watch, I've got the phone, I've got the computer. Hell, if they made a car, I'd get the car. Like literally I would. And so because I know the brand, but they still got to advertise to me. If they don't tell me there's a new watch out, I'm not going to go look to see is there a new watch out. I wait until I see a message. Hey, the new watches are in. Oh, awesome. Let me go check it out. So you still have to do that outbound stuff. So the brand doesn't make loans just automatically come in the door. It just means that when I do my outbound stuff, when Krista calls me, I go, oh, I know who Krista is. What a nice person. She's that lady that inserts in thing that makes me think about a brand. Right. And that's what branding is. A lot of people misinterpret brands thinking that it's once I do that, I don't have to do anything else. Keep in mind, the biggest brands in the world, like, and I'm not saying I agree with these brands, but like McDonald's or Walmart, they still advertise, right? They still advertise. They still do outbound reach out. So anyway, so that's what I got for you today. So if you want to go more into the branding, just let us know and we can do that. And hey, if I thought this was a good idea and come to find out it just totally flopped, you can let us know that too, and we'll pick another topic here for the following week. So let me know what you think about it. So
I think they love it, brother. Everybody's jazzed about it in the chat. It's super cool, man. We're definitely going to pick this up again, not next week, but the week after. And we'll have a little series on that. Maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of that following week. Carl,
I like that.
We could kind of do that. Yeah.
I like that.
We'll kind of go further with it. So fantastic, man. Appreciate you, Carl. Thank you so much, man.
Hey, I want to thank everybody that shows up here. So we've been doing this for a long time, and I just want to those of you that are kind enough to invite your loan officer friends and honor us with your presence, and frankly have a little fun with us. It's we do business, but we have a little fun, and Frank and I were just talking about this yesterday. We just love being here, and we love being a part of what you guys have created here. And thanks for letting us come into your home every day, every morning. So good stuff.
Awesome stuff. All right, guys. Well, we'll get out of here. Today is Thursday. It's our pre-approved and looking day. If you don't know what to do, well, get a hold of Kristen or Jen. They'll tell you what to do. How's that sound? I think that sounds great on pre-approved and looking day. All right. So I think we'll get out of here. We'll be here tomorrow once again. So you guys have a fantastic day. We'll see you here tomorrow on the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Adios, my friends. Oh, a little Steve Kyle's on the way out because he's not here this week. We'll have him with us today on the outro music. We'll see you guys. Have a great day. Adios. Bye-bye.
Anything
Great day,
worth
everybody.
doing is worth doing badly. Just get started. We're not waiting on anything. We're diligently following up. That's it, baby.